So yesterday, a Miller Lite ad went extremely viral, blowing up all over the internet, causing a massive backlash against the company. We've all seen the controversy of what's going on with Bud Light and how sales are so bad that they're trying to give it away for free. Well, it turns out that the ad that went viral yesterday for Miller Lite was an old ad from a couple months ago. It just went under the radar and nobody ever noticed it. And for whatever reason, it popped off yesterday and now everybody can't stop talking about it. Here is an article that includes the actress who played in that ad who talked down to everybody so lovely, Ilana Glazer, who calls herself a comedian / actress, and you should hear what she had to say about these ads. It's really funny and pretty ridiculous. She says, quote, "When I was young, that kind of imagery was scary and bad and made me feel alienated," the stand-up comedian at 35 says. "I felt like this product is not for me. I'm not going to grow up and drink beer if this is how it's being advertised." I understand that there are some women out there that enjoy beer, but for the most part, when I go out or when I went out in the past, I don't see a lot of women drinking a lot of beer. And honestly, I don't think they ever gave two shits about the advertisements that were associated with the beer. This woman has posed naked in videos while she was acting. But of course, she's against all this stuff now as she gets older because this is the only way she'll stay relevant and keep a job in the industry that she's in. But most people don't have a problem with any of those advertisements in the back. The only people that ever do are the jealous ones and are too insecure about themselves. That's the only people that ever have a problem with that. Sex sells. It always has. It always will. That's why it's been a tactic in marketing literally forever, because that is reality. And unfortunately, a lot of these people don't live in reality. They live in their own reality that they're trying to normalize. Now, you would think that Miller Lite would try to backpedal off this as softly as possible to not try to create any more damage than they could. But no. If anything, what they did today, they doubled down on the ad. Now, I will say this before I go into how they doubled down. They did delete the video, and they are backpedaling a little bit, but they are holding firm, and they are doubling down on their decision. Because they say here, quote, "This video was about two things, worm poop and saying women shouldn't be forced to mud wrestle in order to sell beer. Neither of these things should be remotely controversial, and we hope beer drinkers can appreciate the humor." The Miller Lite executive actually deleted all of their social media due to the pushback of what is going on. So it says here, Sophia Colucci, who is their chief marketing officer for Molson Coors, deleted social media pages due to the backlash over a newer female-inspired ad. Quote, "People can take issue with our ads or our brands, but we won't stand by as people personally attack our employees, especially given that these are company decisions and are never made by one single person. We have thousands of hardworking people from all walks of life who are only doing what millions of other Americans do every day, working hard to earn a living, and we will always support them and stand by their work." And I agree with that. I don't think that anybody should be attacking this woman because it's not her fault. The company hired her. These companies hire these activists to make these decisions for them. It is not the activist's fault. It is the company's fault. Instead of personally attacking these people, is to just not buy their products. And they even continue to say, when Sophia decides she is going to make something happen, there's absolutely no stopping her. Her tenacity is exactly why we tasked her with leading our innovation portfolio. The beverage business is more competitive now than ever, and Sophia is putting us in a great position by taking smart risks so we can quickly bring new products to the marketplace. We've seen a transformation over the last number of years in terms of how we approach our brands, how we bring a strong point of view, and how we're doing things that are culturally relevant. And what we're going to do is focus on amplifying that. So there you go right there. They are doubling down on this type of stuff because they don't care about the fan base. They think that a company should be pushing morality to you. Guess what? All we want you to do is sell beer. Shut your mouths and sell beer. But nope, they have to push agendas. And I talked about this in my last video. It all comes to those ESG scores. And that's why these companies are pushing for this stuff, the executives, because they understand that ESG scores, as of right now, are more important than actual sales. Now, a public relations expert, Ryan McCormick, chimed in. So an expert in this field chimed in and said what most of us would say, what all of us common sense people think about this. Quote, what I find particularly interesting about the advertising direction of beer companies like Bud Light and Miller is that both seem surprised at the public reaction. It is common knowledge that America has been increasingly polarized. If an ad champions the virtues of one group or one ideology, it's going to alienate all of those who are not part of that group. Ads can be effective and culturally relevant without having to step into this arena. And I agree 100%. I think all of us say that, right? I don't care what your politics are. I don't want to know any of that stuff. Shut your mouth, sell your beer. Shut your mouth, sell your product. Once you open that can of worms and you've taken a strong stance on either side, that's it. It's over, because now you've just alienated half of your fan base. We see that in Hollywood. We've seen that in beer companies. We see that everywhere. Car companies, doesn't matter. All of these companies just need to stay right in the middle. Just shut your mouths, sell your product, and go about your business. But they can't do it. And why? Well, again, getting back to the ESG scores, those things matter more than anything right now. But I think the only way to defeat that stuff is by anyone pushing this type of nonsense. Don't buy into it. Don't give them your hard-earned money, because at the end of the day, they hate you and they hate everything that you stand for. So let me know what you think about all this. Does it surprise you that this company is now doubling down on the nonsense? Honestly, it does surprise me a little bit that they doubled down. I assume maybe they would backpedal a little bit and just stay quiet, but nope, they keep talking and they keep making it worse for themselves. But like I said, let me know down below in the comments. I always love to hear your thoughts. If you like this video, please hit that like button. If you didn't like this video, hit that dislike button too. I would appreciate it. And if you haven't subscribed, please consider doing so. I would appreciate it as well. So until next time, everybody, take care.